Hello, welcome to my channel, Soul Horizons Tarot. I'm going to be doing a love reading for the sign of Virgo. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it will not resonate for everyone. If it doesn't sound familiar, if it does not fit your situation, then it is not your story. This is for the person most on your mind, so whether you're already in a relationship with them, whether you just have interest, if it's an ex, husband, wife, doesn't matter, just whoever is most on your mind in a romantic sense. So, I've already pre-shuffled. We're going to cut the deck and then we'll get started. If it does resonate or you do enjoy this video, please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I think that's it. Okay. I'll have to check and make sure. Actually, I'm going to do the rest of these. Yeah. Hopefully it all fits. Yeah, it might have to go up some. Yeah, that one. I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, I'm not. Alright. I'll do the same for the clarifier. First clarifier. I clarify a lot. It's one of the reasons my readings take so long. Alright. I don't know if I did that again. It's gonna be messy for a minute. Okay, we'll make sure everything's in the frame. Oops. Oh dang. Okay. Sorry about the Blair Witch moment. Shaky camera. Alright, let's start off. This side is your person's side. This side is your side. So we're going to start off on their side with their current energy and situation. So their first pull, main pull, is the Ten of Wands. So they are overwhelmed right now. They may have a lot on their plate. They're struggling. They could be physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted, or you know, they're just coming out of that because the tens do represent the end of a cycle. But they've been carrying a lot of duties, responsibilities, obligations. Maybe they're overworking, just feeling overwhelmed or being overwhelmed. Clarifying that, we have the Six of Swords. So that is a card about mentally detaching or distancing ourselves from something that caused us a lot of grief, pain, or stress. It's moving out of turbulence into peace and harmony, especially when we think about something that is less mentally taxing. So they could be, or it could represent moving. Maybe they've moved and they're in the process of moving, whether that's home, job, physical or otherwise. I'm going to clarify with you. I feel like I have a sneeze. It's just sitting there. Alright, let's see what else is going on for your person. Okay, 8 of Wands. So yeah, there's a lot going on for your person at this time. Literally, they could be moving. They could be in a transitional phase. Again, it could be they're moving to a different area, town, city, state, cross country, or they could be moving jobs, moving careers, or just a lot is going on in their life. They may have picked up extra hours or picked up extra responsibilities. But the reason behind all of this is they're trying to get to a point in their life where they can put all this down, all this weight, all this baggage, or some of the responsibilities. So let's see why they are in the Ten of Wands. What's going on with them with that Ten of Wands? What are they carrying? What are they overwhelmed with? And of course this will be different for everyone, but we might get a specific answer for someone. Virgo. Well, Virgo's person anyway. Tell me about that Ten of Wands, please. Why is that here? What does it represent for what they're carrying? What's going on for Virgo's person? Alright, we're going to do 3 shuffles. Oh my gosh, and I forgot to start my timer. I knew I was forgetting something. That's what it was. Give me 1 second, I'm so sorry. Come on. I have no idea how long I've been doing this. I'll say it's at 32. And probably gonna hear an ad. Oh, no. Okay. Let me redo this. I just wasted time. Alright, starting again at 3 shuffles after this one. So 10 of Wands, please. 1. No, we gotta pop for 2. No, we're gonna keep that one. 3 of Wands. Okay, so they put in a lot of work, a lot of effort into something, and they're waiting. They are at a point where they're waiting for that to pay off. They're waiting for their ships to come in. They're possibly waiting for good news. Again, it could be something at a distance to them. Maybe an opportunity at a distance. Or a person at a distance. Maybe there's distance between the two of you. Maybe they're working harder to get closer to you or to get closer to something, literally or figuratively. Tell me about, actually, we're gonna look at that Six of Swords. It almost feels like they've taken on more than they can handle. Like they bit off more than they could chew. Tell me about that, okay? 5 of Swords. Yeah, there was some conflict around you, around something else in their life, around another person. So there was conflict with that 5 of Swords. There was arguments, disagreements, a battle of will, pride, ego, something going on with another person or with an institution where this is what they're trying to get away from. They're trying to get away from the drama, the pettiness, the argument, or the combativeness of whatever or whoever this is in their life. They're working very hard to separate themselves physically, mentally, emotionally from whatever this is. Tell me about that Eight of Wands. Tell me about that Eight of Wands for Virgo's person. We got a lot of wands and swords. Wands and swords. But mainly wands here so far. Okay. And we got more wands. Page of Wands. So yeah, they're looking at a new beginning, a new fresh start. They're wanting to take action towards getting over this hump. Okay, because again, like I said, the Ten of Wands is the end of a chapter, the end of a cycle, where they were at their breaking point. And the Page of Wands could represent a new beginning, something exciting, something fresh. It could be a person, does not have to be. Maybe they're waiting to hear from someone. Or they're taking a whole new approach. But the whole thing is they're trying to get out of this energy in order to start a new chapter, a new adventure, a new journey. And to lay down some of the burden that they're feeling with that Ten of Wands. Alright, moving on. I'm actually going to take all the clarifiers. And let's look at your side. What's going on for Virgo? Alright, Judgment. Major Arcana there. You're going through a major transition yourself. It could be very spiritual in nature. We'll see what that is. That is Scorpio energy with the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you could have kind of gone through a very difficult experience or situation. Some of you could be coming out of financial hardship, homelessness, or maybe you were on the brink of losing something, or you felt like you were surrounded by lack. It's a focus on what we don't have sometimes. Sometimes it is literally we don't have much. We have very little and we're struggling. We're struggling to thrive. The Five of Pentacles can also be a card about feeling rejected, neglected, abandoned. And with that feeling, we're going through a transition, a major shift, and we feel called to change, to transform, to have like a phoenix moment. Tell me one more with that Five of Pentacles and Judgment, please, for Virgo's current energy situation. Now, you could be feeling neglected, rejected, or abandoned by this person, because it does look like they are, there's a lot of movement with them. But if you guys are not together, then it could be something completely different, or maybe it's both. One more, the Five of Pentacles and Judgment, please, for Virgo's current energy situation. One. Okay. Oh, Four of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. So you're being called to let something go, to release something. It's something that you're having a hard time letting go of. It could be this mindset that you have of not having something, and because you don't want to lose it, you hold on. It makes you clutch even tighter to it, whether that's a person, a thing, money, a job, something that is putting you in this Five of Pentacles, but yet for whatever reason, you don't want to let it go. You don't want to release it. You want to hold on to it. Now, if it's money, that makes sense. You don't want to spend what you don't have. But the Four of Pentacles is usually an unhealthy attachment to something. With the Judgment card in the middle as your main pool, this is a spiritual awakening moment, or a spiritual calling to be reborn or come out of something, a different version or a better version or an evolved version of yourself. But because you're holding on so tight, it's making that process feel worse than it could. So let's look at Judgment. What's this major shift, major reawakening or awakening? What is this about with Judgment for Virgo? Okay. Yeah, spiritual evolution, progress, movement, for moving out of something. Another major, that's Cancer energy. It's asking you to move forward, to leave something behind, or maybe even someone behind. Tell me about that Five of Pentacles. Why do we feel that way? What's going on with that? This could be, like I said, financial hardship, poverty. Poverty, like it can be anything. Not just money. Your health could be suffering. Tell me about that Five of Pentacles. Tell me about that Five of Pentacles. Why is that here? What does it represent for Virgo? Okay. Judgment again. Yeah, you've been going through this. I would say that this is a long cycle. It could have even been going on for years, 5 possibly. But a long time. This has been a long time coming. And you're still going through it. But you have support here with the Chariot. There is a push. And it probably feels it probably doesn't feel supportive. From what I'm feeling from this, it's like brutal. The problem with this is, again, the tighter you hold on, the more it puts you in this Five of Pentacles, of really being very conscious of all the things that you have lost, or you don't have, or you are losing. But all of it is trying to show you a way out. It's a very forceful kind of intervention. Tell me about that Four of Pentacles. What are we holding on to? What are we trying not to let go? Or what do we need to let go? Could just be an old version of yourself, or letting go of this Five of Pentacles mindset. Tell me about that Four of Pentacles. Why is that here? What does it represent for Virgo? Judgment showing up twice. Alright. Oh. Seven of Cups. Okay, it could be that it feels like whatever you think you have to hold on to is actually all in your mind. It's not realistic. What you're holding on to is smoke and mirrors. It's not real, but you've convinced yourself that it is, or it could be. So as long as you hold on, you don't have to suffer the loss, except it wasn't really ever yours to begin with. It's like holding on to something ethereal, not real, not solid, not tangible. It's not the same of not letting go of a dream or a hope or a wish that would serve you. It's holding on to something that's keeping you, holding you back. It's keeping you stuck. You might have a lot of options, but you're not throwing away the ones, like you're not keeping the ones that matter and throwing away the ones that aren't realistic. You're keeping all of them, but it more so feels like an unrealistic expectation, or hope that's really actually hurting you. It is very transformative. Alright, what's the biggest challenge or obstacle between the two of you? Knight of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, with the Ace of Cups. Ooh. Okay, a lack of love, feeling, emotion, maybe a lack of sincerity. Someone is not either being receptive, or they are not sharing. I don't know who's who on that. Tell me one more with the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Ace and Knight of Cups, please, for the biggest challenge or obstacle between Virgo and the person most on their mind. One more, please, with the Ace and the Knight of Cups. A lack of love. Or maybe not anything that you can take seriously, or that someone can take seriously, because Knights, they're not always the most consistent or reliable energy. Tell me one more, please, with the Ace and Knight of Cups. Alright, we're going to do 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. The Star. Aquarius energy. I want to say this is on your side because you were the one holding on to something that it's like wishful thinking. This would be beautiful in any other position, but this is what's in the challenge and obstacle position. This would be absolutely what you want to see as working in your favor, but this is what's working against you. So let's look at that Knight of Cups. Why is that Knight of Cups here? What does that represent? Someone could be withholding their feelings, or they don't have any to share. Tell me about that Knight of Cups. Okay. And a Fool. Nope, Temperance, Sagittarius. There's a lack of flow here. There's a lack of balance. There's no peace or harmony. Or, on the opposite end of that, it's a little too peaceful. It's all very passive. There's no real work being done. It's lip service. It's saying all the right things, but when push comes to shove, there's no action behind it. It could be too much partying as well, not enough moderation. And that's what I'm saying, like lip service, like where it's I don't think this is it, honestly. This just doesn't feel right, but it could be that someone is, gushing about how much they love, but it's coming from an empty place. Tell me about that Ace of Cups. Oh, I'm gonna switch that. Tell me about that Ace of Cups. Why is that here for a challenge or obstacle between Virgo and the person most on their mind? It could also be that time is not on your side here. All of this is happening at the wrong time. You're both going through kind of a difficult period. Tell me about that Ace of Cups. Why is that here? 1, 2, and 3. King of Pentacles. I mean, there could be somebody's already committed to something else, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a person. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, mainly Taurus, but does not have to be. Somebody could already be committed elsewhere, to their job, to their family, to, yes, a partner, a marriage, whatever. To their identity when it comes to how they want to be, as far as status, power. I don't know, I just keep getting this empty words, empty promises. Tell me about the Star. Why is that here? Why is that here as a challenge or obstacle? Tell me about the Star. Alright, 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. 5 of Swords. It is getting to a point where somebody is losing faith. They're losing hope, they're losing optimism. And with that is anger. But right now it's mainly in the mind. It should look good it looks good on the surface, but underneath is, because like I said, these are beautiful cards. Cups, Star, Temperance. These are all the right cards, but in the wrong place. It could be that a fight or words spoken in anger. That doesn't feel right though. This more so feels like the slow dawning realization that we've attached to the wrong dream, the wrong hope, the wrong idea. Because somebody said some things that we took as truth, as them being genuine, sincere. But that's not what happened, or that's not what is happening. I don't think we've lashed out yet. I'm just looking at the way they're both sitting, like almost like pondering. It's very disheartening is what I'm getting off of that. And I feel like the reason why is because it was good on paper. Moving on. How they see you. Their perspective of you. Keep in mind this is their perspective, does not mean it's the truth. Boy, boy. They see you as the Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, with the King of Cups. You have a lot of heart, but you also have a mouth on you. You speak from the heart. You tell it like it is, and it's coming from a place because you care, but it doesn't make it hurt any less. It doesn't sting any less. They could see you as confrontational. Oh, bitch. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, mainly Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The signs don't really matter in this placement other than maybe the energy. A sharp tongue, a sharp wit, a sharp mind. They see you as intelligent and loving, but they also see you as someone that doesn't spare what you feel is what you say. Tell me one more with the King of Cups and the Knight of Swords for how this person sees Virgo. One more, please. One, two, three. Quick to react, 10 of Wands. Okay, they see you kind of the same as what they're going through. They see either that you're going through a similar situation or you've got a lot going on for yourself as well, or they see you as the root of why they're going through this. We'll clarify, but I more so see that as like you have a lot on your shoulders. Maybe they see you as a hard worker. Reliable, dependable. Tell me about that Knight of Swords, or how they see Virgo. Clarify that Knight of Swords for me, please. Clarify that Knight, okay. Hangman. Pisces energy. Maybe you've blocked them. Maybe you said something, spoke your piece, and then bugged out. Or maybe something that you said really touched a nerve and made them think about things in a different perspective. you have a way, yeah, that feels right. You have a way with how you communicate, especially when you're angry or upset or adamant about something, that really makes them think. I'm not sure if they like that or not. I'm going to assume not, because the Knight of Swords is someone you don't want to piss off. Tell me about that King of Cups. Tell me about that. I think, yeah, that feels right. Because even though it comes from a good place, it comes from a place that they know you care. And it doesn't mean just about them. You have a big heart. But it actually makes it sting more. You have an effect on this person. The way that you communicate. Tell me about that King of Cups. Clarify that King of Cups for how this person sees Virgo. Okay. Page of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm getting that, like you hold a grudge there. That's not what I would normally see with these two, but you can hold on to. That is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy there. Maybe you're slow to anger, but once you do, quick to react. That doesn't make sense, but it made sense in my head. I think you're, whatever it is with the Knight of Swords, what you say when you're upset, frustrated, it makes this person, yes, it makes them think, but it also makes them pull back some. I think you intimidate or frighten this person just a little bit. Tell me about that Ten of Wands. Okay. Three of Swords. Okay, they see you with a bit of a chip on your shoulder. Right or wrong, I think they think that some of the aggravation, whether they caused it or not, whether they're responsible for it or not, or whether they deserve it or not, you take it out on them. Now, that again, that's their perspective. It might not be the truth. But they do see you as someone that's been through a lot, possibly is going through a lot. They know that you speak your truth. It might not be their truth, but it's your truth. But it also, it kind of causes them to, I don't think it's like a strong sense of like avoiding conflict or confrontation. But it's almost like you can be very reactive, even though it might take you a little bit, like you don't have like a short fuse, but when you do, the way that you react, the things, one second, let me reset this. Thought I would be further along than what I am. It's very off-putting, I guess. I do think it makes them withdraw Or maybe you withdraw after you've said your piece. I do get the intimidation factor with that Knight of Swords is for how they see you. How do you see this person? Your perspective of them. Five of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you see them as someone that avoids conflict, that runs from conflict. Now normally the Five of Swords is someone, okay, you could see them as someone that is very combative, argumentative, confrontational. But I also see, you see them as a person that will shirk their duties and responsibilities towards you, towards the connection, or towards others. Or maybe that they'll start a fight just to avoid. And you don't always have to start a fight by arguing. You can say or do something that will incite anger in the other person, get them to react, and then say, oh, well, if you're going to behave that way, if you're going to speak to me that way, I'll just block you, or I'll go over here, or I won't communicate. Let's clarify. Let's see if that's right. Five of Swords is not a good way to see a person. You see this person with a lot of ego, pride. Someone that's willing to lose the war in order to win one battle. Maybe you see them as spiteful. Hierophant. You see them stuck in their ways. You don't see them changing. Taurus energy there. They're inflexible. You might see them as marriage material. This could be a husband or a long-term committed partner. Or maybe you know that they are in a long-term commitment with the Hierophant being there. But I'm going to go with my first instinct to say that this person is, it's like they're stuck in their ways. Or this is a behavior that you know it either won't change or it won't easily change. Some of you may see them as a person that only gives to the extent that they deem fit or necessary, and you can't ask them for anything more, or you can't ask for it to be different. They say when enough is enough, or when is appropriate. Tell me about that Five of Swords for how Virgo sees this person. Yeah, this makes sense now, because if this is how you see one another, it makes sense for why the love is suffering, the feeling, the emotion. Tell me about that Five of Swords. Why is that here? What does it represent for how Virgo? Okay. Where'd you go? Oh, Hangman as well. Pisces. Yeah, you see them running from fights, running from. And the way you see it, though, I think is it's like a fight worth having. We need to address this. But you see them as someone that will shut down, disassociate. Maybe this is someone that can't handle the conflict. Or they don't want to be... They don't want to change, or they don't want to be told what they do is wrong, or could be improved. You both have the same card come out underneath the same main pull. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles. Why is that here? What does it represent? Yeah, it's like, what I'm getting from the 6 before I clarify is like somebody that gives at their leisure, their time, their convenience, but they withhold at the same. Tell me about that 6 of Pentacles. Why is that here? What does it represent? You may even see this person as making you behave in a certain way to get a certain thing from them. Almost like you have to beg, or you have to coddle them. I'm not liking that. Alright, 3 shuffles. 1, 2. Didn't really like that one. 5 of Wands. Yeah, it's almost like a punishment. This is how they punish you. And they only give as long as things go a certain way, and as long as you behave. And if you misbehave or you act out of character or act out of line, at least from their perspective, is when they withhold. Or what's that word? They give according to it's very demeaning and patronizing, and I can't think of the word. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. It's their law, their rule. Not treat, not congratulate. Tell me about the Hierophant. Tell me about the Hierophant. Why is that here? What does it represent? Okay. 4 of Pentacles, yeah. They withhold. It's like an impenetrable wall. And the way you see them is they're very judgmental or high and mighty, holier than thou. There's not a good energy I'm getting from this, honestly, and I can see now why this was in the challenge. And why you're in this judgment. Because you're being asked to release this person that treats you according to your behavior. As long as you follow their rules, they treat you accordingly. They're sweet when you're good. They're cruel or unkind when you act out. And act out is completely by their whim. You could forget to text, and they don't speak to you for days or weeks. Yucky. Alright, how they feel about you. Oh my fucking god. Sorry. I try not to cuss, but whatever. Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, they see you as the epitome of greatness. very desirable, a catch, a wife, wifey material. Incredible. They feel blessed. They're extremely attracted to you. You know, you're like their dream woman or man. You are their dream partner. There's your card, Hermit. That's Virgo. 3 major arcanas there. Okay, that's a 180 from where this was going. Tell me about the star. They may see you as others, like they may see that others find you very desirable. You get a lot of attention, or you're very popular. Maybe you're in the public eye a lot, or you you inspire them or others. Tell me about that star. Why is that here for how this person feels about Virgo? 1, 2. Yeah, very desirable. Maybe they could see you as someone that is a catch. Alright, so whether, I don't know, some of you may be in a relationship with this person, or you have been before, but they see you as someone worth attaining. So the main story I'm getting right now from this is that you are not with this person, that you are single. Or that you are very capable. You are very abundant, maybe successful, financially secure, independent. Ay, 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 ay. What is going on? Tell me about the Empress. Tell me about this Empress, for how they feel about Virgo. Could be that you work together, or they admire you in the work setting. They admire what you do or how you provide for yourself. But I think with the Empress and the 3 of Pentacles, this is somebody that they could see, and they feel like you would be a person that would make a wonderful mother, a wonderful partner. Not mother. I say mother because Empress is a she, feminine, but it could be just male, female, doesn't matter. Somebody that would be cooperative, would be a team player, collaborative. But maybe they also see you as somebody that's worked themselves up to a certain status that is admirable, or that is inspiring. Tell me about the Hermit. Why is the Hermit here? You could see you as kind of quiet, as far as like keep to yourself, maybe be very knowledgeable, or you have like a healing presence about you, very wise. Tell me about the Hermit. Mature. kind of like an old soul. Tell me about this Hermit. Why is that here? What does it represent for how they feel? I'm also getting from the Hermit that, I don't know why, but that you're an unattainable, it's like a match made in heaven, but they know they can never reach heaven. Tell me about that Hermit. Why is that here? 1. Admire you from afar is basically what I'm saying. 2. 4 of Cups. I see you as disinterested in them, not interested in them. They don't see you taking them seriously, or not being, like, you're not buying what they're selling, or you wouldn't. Yeah, I was getting that feeling from the Hermit, like, I can't have the star, so I'll just keep it in this little lantern here and admire it, a piece of it. They could even have like a trophy, not a trophy, what do you call that when, like, not a keepsake, something of yours that reminds them of you. They could even see, well, you know, because you think of them as the, I was going to say that they might think that you are unaware that they even exist, but clearly you do, because you see them as the Five of Swords. So this is not someone that, and that wouldn't make sense for the reading anyway, because this is the person most on your mind. But they think very, 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 very highly of you. You are like prime grade A. I was going to say something that sounds questionable. Objectifying. Alright, how you feel about them? 8 of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. What the hell is going on? Okay, maybe you see them moving on. Like moving further away from you. You do see potential here with that Ace of Pentacles, long-term potential. Tell me more. Tell me more with the Ace of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands for how Virgo feels about this person. There is passion, attraction. Tell me one more. Tell me one more with that Ace. Oh, okay. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so you feel drawn to this person. You feel energetically they are somebody that you were like magnetically drawn to. You were drawn to the potential of it, but then it escalated from there. Fate, destiny was there with the Wheel of Fortune. Meant to be. Maybe it was very serendipitous the way you met, or synchronistic. Tell me about that 8 of Wands. Maybe feelings evolved very quickly. King of Pentacles, yeah. See, you feel like this person is... I'm so confused. How do you see them as this, and then feel this about them. Maybe this is, okay, so that would make sense. This is the potential, because your heart and your mind can sometimes not be on the same page. This is your heart. This is your head. So logically, you see them as this, but in your heart, you see the potential of what they could be. And with the King of Pentacles, this is somebody that is a provider, a husband, and if it's a woman, then fine. Switch the gender, it does not matter. It can be same sex. Ignore the gender. I say he because it's a man on the card. But you see this as someone that could be reliable, consistent, provider. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles, please. Steady, strong. Chariot. See, you feel that the potential could go further than just potential. It could grow into something more, into something real, into something tangible, into something long-term, serious. You had Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Cancer, Taurus, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius. You feel like there is a reason why you two were pulled together, or why you were put into their path. And you stick around because for you the potential is very real. Tell me about that. No. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune for how Virgo feels about this person. Before I forget, I want to say that Star, for how they feel about you, you're not somebody that they think that they would meet again, or someone that you meet again in one lifetime. There's something about that Star that's like, there's no one else like this person. Sorry. Alright, Wheel of Fortune. One. Two. And three. Ten of Wands. This is the thing that's in the way. It's come out 3 times now. 3 or 4, but 3 for sure. And they're the Ten of Wands. Well, they're in the Ten of Wands. So you feel like they're going through something, or they're attempting to do something that is actually preventing this from coming together. And I think you hold on because eventually the tables will turn, the energy will shift, the stars will align. Really good cards to have here, especially on their end, for how they feel about you. You both have strong feelings there towards one another. Or at least the potential for those feelings to grow into something. And there is passion, there is attraction, especially on your end towards them. You are attracted to them. But it's also surface, but underneath as well. It's not just physical attraction. Alright, their next action towards you. Wheel of Fortune. Alright, Sagittarius. We're doing something about it. The Magician. We are manifesting. We are creating. Tell me one more. That is Gemini. Nope, sorry, Virgo. No. Yeah, Gemini. Gemini, Sagittarius. 21 more with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, please, for this person's next action towards Virgo. What is this person's next action towards Virgo with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune? Okay, now with 2. I don't like taking 2. Okay, they might be taking the wait and see approach. Or something might happen, or every time they attempt to take an action towards you, they stop themselves because they reevaluate. Or something happens, a turn of events that forces them to stop and reevaluate. Let's see what that Wheel of Fortune is. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for an action? What does that mean? What does that represent for an action? Okay. Got another 2. They understand that this is a choice, and it's a major choice. It's a significant choice. And every time we get to that point where we want to act, we get scared. And I say that makes sense because they had all of those really wonderful feelings, but they also had the Hermit and the Four of Cups. So they see you as unattainable, so they're very afraid to approach, to let you down, to be disappointed, to be rejected, for things to not work out, for some interruption. The Nine of Wands and the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, they halt themselves, or circumstances halt. But it's not like it's not on their mind. It's not like they don't consider it. They do. In fact, they get caught up. Usually there's a infinity symbol here with the Two of Pentacles. It's like a repetitive cycle where they constantly come around to this idea or this thing that they want to do or they're going to do or they do, but they do, but then tell me about the Magician. That is the ability, the desire, the willpower to do something. Yeah, okay, this is making an offer. And I want to see why. They reconsider every time. They reconsider. They stop. Reconsider. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They literally cockblock themselves, but they don't at the same time, because the action that they are comfortable making is the one that says call her, call them, call her, call him up and ask if you want to meet up for a booty call, basically. But it's bullshit. It's bullshit. they cock block their own heart. And they minimize it to sex, sexual interaction. Or fantasizing, possibly. Just fantasizing about the idea without ever actually acting on it. Coward. And you know, that's funny because that's the first thing I said when I saw that Five of Swords. Someone that runs away. I said from conflict. But maybe it's not just conflict. Maybe you see this person as somebody that doesn't have the courage. Because look at this card. He's running away. It's 50-50 if this person really, well, I would say those are weird odds because they probably will take an action towards you, but it's not going to be one that, it's going to be the same 3 a.m. text. That's all they have the courage to do, as of now at least. What is your reaction, or how will you receive this action? Emperor. Aries energy. With the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're getting tired of it. You're starting to emotionally shut down. And I think you're starting to consider like just completely cutting off your emotions about this person. Let's see. Tell me more. It's not like you're saying no with the Emperor. Tell me about that Eight of Cups with the Emperor for how Virgo receives this, reacts to this action with the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician. Tell me one more, please. Eight of Cups, Emperor. You could be saying no, but there's a sadness with it. Alright, 3 shuffles. 1, 2. Had one come out, hold on. 3. Yeah. I had a feeling. 2 of Cups. 8 of Cups is about something missing. And from the 8 of Cups, missing is 2 cups to make 10 cups. That's what's missing. In order to get to 10, we need 2 more cups. That's what's missing. That's why we emotionally distance ourselves, detach, walk away. Because we know in our heart that something isn't right. Something is missing. We're no longer, or maybe we never were, emotionally fulfilled. So we go to seek out something that is. With that 2 of Cups is the 5. The 5 of Cups. We're grieving something here. And I think we're also a little bit angry with the Emperor. Or at least we're acting unbothered, we're acting in control of ourselves, but underneath that it's like, really? you're coming at me with this again? You're really disappointed. Page of Swords just flipped. It's almost like you're looking at this with disdain, like thinking how absurd it is, but at the same time it hurts. Tell me about the Emperor. Tell me about that Emperor. I'm not seeing like a straight up no towards what they're offering. What I'm seeing is just like almost like a slow cord cutting here. Imperceptible death. Yeah, it's not obvious, it's not loud, it's not immediate. What this person is doing or has done or has been doing and is continuing to do, because I think because the Wheel of Fortune is here, I think it's also a cycle. Like a repetitive cycle that this person, and you might not know that they have every intention of being forthright and offering more than just what they've been offering, but then they lose the courage. And that's not changing. And I think that's what you're supposed to let go of. Because in your heart you know. You know, and that's why the Hierophant was here. It's unchanging. Stuck in their ways, stuck in their this death card, I don't think it's immediate. It could be for some of you. Some of you could be like, fuck out of here. Some of you could have already done that, like in your heart. You already like emotionally walked away, shut the door. But for some of you, I see this Emperor receiving this news as just another stab and another it's like you can only take so much disappointment from this person before you get the courage to walk away or maybe demand more. But I don't think that's the problem. I think you are holding on. Tell me about that Eight of Cups. Why is that here? Alright, kind of already know, but I want to hear it. Tell me about that Eight of Cups for how Virgo... Okay, look at that. Three Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you're getting to the point where the pain is more than the hope or the desire. It hurts more than it feels good. We're ready to stop hurting. So for some of you, yeah, this is you cutting them off and saying, no, I'm not accepting that. I am the Emperor. I am not someone's late night, last call, side piece, or whatever. I am not just a thing. To be dusted off the shelf. Yeah. Oh, hush. Alright, so we're almost done. Your reaction is the Emperor. Not happy. Not happy. Not impressed. but also hurt, disappointed. Outcome, probable, not definitive, because tarot cannot tell you definitively what's going to happen. You have free will. Those around you have free will. Oh my God. Come on. It's like a roller coaster. Up and down and up and down. Alright, Knight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. An offer that sticks. An offer that lands. Tell me one more with that Knight of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. Hangman, Pisces. Tried to come out in the challenge position. Long term. Ten of Pentacles. 6. Oh, okay. 7 of Swords. Tell me about that Knight of Cups. Tell me about that Knight of Cups. I don't know why. Not immediately. I was looking at these two cards. And it's like this, it's like an affair. I'm not saying that somebody out here is having an affair, but it's like that because somebody's having to sneak in and out of a home. They don't stay the night. They leave. And they go back to their life as if nothing happened. There's cordial, like, attitudes towards one another. Tell me about that Knight of Cups. Why is that here? What does it represent for the probable outcome between Virgo and the person most on their mind? Okay, thank you. Ace of Swords. Somebody's saying something from the heart here, but why is the Seven of Swords there? Tell me about that Hangman. Something put on hold. Progress stagnates. Okay. Yeah. King of Wands. I do want to know about that Seven of Swords and what it represents. Why is that Seven of Swords here? It honestly feels like somebody's like, straight up, I'm happy with how things are. I think it's them. Or maybe it's you lying to yourself that you're okay with it too. But it's all dictated by this King of Wands, which I don't think is you. It's Aries, Leo, Sag, does not have to be a fire sign. You also have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Tell me about that 7. Why is that here? What does it represent? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's like somebody's sneaking around. I'm not saying anybody's cheating. But it's like they have to sneak around. They have to avoid onlookers. They have to avoid nosy people, people asking questions. I don't think this is like somebody like expressing their feelings and heart. I think it's like being honest about this is where they want to keep it. This is their Ten of Pentacles. Maybe that's also you. Maybe you find a way to settle for that. But there's still this like, we have to plan to see each other. I don't know if somebody is in a commitment or there's a family or home situation, or it's just at somebody's comfort level where they don't stay, you know, they don't participate in each other's lives in a meaningful way. It's hit and run, basically. And that's where we keep it, because that's what somebody wants. But we're also trying to avoid questions, spies, nosy. We avoid, maybe we avoid the subject, or we avoid thinking about it. Let me check something real quick. Huh. Alright. I don't see much change. Or if there is, it's very, very little or very, very slight, because the Hangman's here. And the Seven of Swords is not... I know. This is somebody having to... There could be lies and deception. But I don't feel that as much as I feel like they're honest about, or somebody's honest about, okay, well, this is what we can do. Sneaky link kind of thing. And we avoid the topic. We avoid this topic. Or somebody deflects when we have questions, like, hey, we're gonna do anything, you know, you wanna eat breakfast at my place for once? And they always find a way to run out the door. Try not to even wake the dogs up. Well, it is what it is. At a certain point, you know what to expect from this person. They've done it before. So, if the person most on your mind is, you're asking if you'll ever get a serious commitment, it doesn't look like in the future, anytime soon. That Ten of Pentacles talks about, you know, a long period of time. And with the Hangman sitting right in front of him, or it, and with the King of Wands underneath, and somebody's getting exactly what they want, so they see no point in changing it. Why change it when I'm getting exactly what I need? Alright, overall, long-term, real-world potential of this connection. We have the Two of Swords and the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Two of Swords is indecision, not facing a choice, not facing facts, ignoring something. Indecision. Did I already say indecision? I think I did. Tell me one more with the Queen of Cups and the Two of Swords, please. Okay. Three of Swords. Hey. Whoever the Queen of Cups is in this situation, it's the one that wants love. It's the one that wants to give and receive their love. She's going to get her heart broken. Or he is going to get his heart broken. The one that wants deeper connection. Tell me about that Two of Swords. She may even break her own heart. I only say she because it's a she on the card. She may even break her own heart because she refuses to face something. Tell me, okay? Seven of Wands, yeah. It's like I know you know somebody that has a health issue or a health scare, and they refuse to go to the doctor, or they refuse to address it. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist. If I ignore it, it'll go away. That's this energy. I won't get my heart broken if I don't let myself feel about it, but you can't not, that's a double negative, I know. You can keep your heart from loving just as much as you can stop breathing on your own, on purpose. Yeah, you can hold your breath, but eventually your lungs start burning, your heart starts racing, your head starts thudding, and you take a breath. You can't outmaneuver your heart. And that's what you're convincing, or you or this person, somebody is convincing themselves they can do. I do see it on your end. But it could be the other way around, except that doesn't at all ring true, unless cross-watcher. But let's look at the Queen of Cups. Tell me about that Queen of Cups. Okie dokie. Hangman. Yeah, she keeps herself in this position. You can only blame this person for so long. When you know what they're about. I understand though, because it's very confusing for me as a reader to see how they feel about you, to know that there's that much strength behind their feeling, that much admiration or desire, not just physical. Tell me about that Three of Swords. Don't need to, but tell me about that Three of Swords. Why is it here for the probable, long-term, real world? No, do two at a time, dang it. Saw the Chariot. Okay, thank you. Page of Cups. Keeping it superficial. Having to share somebody too. I always see this as like hedonistic swinger type. This particular, not this card in every tarot, just this depiction. It's like having to share somebody. Or having to take their leftovers, get their breadcrumbs, get the sloppy seconds. Not in a gross way. It's like you don't get the best parts of a person. The real parts. I don't like it. And if this is your experience, Virgo, I'm very sorry. You deserve better. But that's not going to change until you believe that. I can tell that you do believe that, you know that. Your heart's starting to turn. Your mind is starting to change. I know that. You're starting to see this person in a light that's very unattractive. think some of that anger is directed at yourself. But regardless, let me know in the comment section if this resonated, if you have any questions or comments or, I don't know, advice. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you enjoyed this and want to see future content, I thank you very much for everyone who stopped by to watch in entirety or even just for a few moments. I understand my readings are painfully long, but I like to read, so there you have it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you next time.